While increasing safety for pedestrians and cyclists in Prince George's County is the new goal of this new legislation. There's a series of bills being called the Walkable Urban Streets Act, and according to the data that we looked into, this is happening at a time when Prince George's County has the largest number of traffic fatalities than any other county in Maryland. And let's bring in our Randy Ayala now, joining us live from the UMD Capital Region Medical Center in Largo, Maryland. And Randy, that statistic is so alarming. I still have to let that sink in. That is the largest. I know that you spoke with one of the bill sponsors, Councilman Eric Olson, and the location that you're at this morning is actually one of the spots that he says he'd like to see more people walking around in. Did he say why?
Yeah, Annie, he did. Good morning to you. And this is actually one of the areas he would want to make some changes here. And he mentioned he wants to see more people walking here. I'm very close to the Largo Metro Station, very close to the hospital. I want to show you too, right here by a bike lane. So he'd like to see more people, more cyclists using this. But he says he thinks people are nervous to cross the street because you have to cross through so many lanes of traffic, and that's one of the things that he wants to change. And you mentioned that grim milestone we have, Prince George's County leading in traffic fatalities so far this year statewide. Prince George's County had the highest number last year, so this legislation is all about decreasing some of those numbers. The Walkable Urban Streets Act is part of a series of bills designed to make roads safer in urban areas of Prince George's County. According to the bill's sponsors, pedestrians and cyclists are at the forefront of proposed changes.
Sometimes you have 6-lane roads in an urban area, and it's very difficult for pedestrians to cross. People carrying groceries, people, pushing baby strollers.
I caught up with Councilman Eric Olson. He's one of the sponsors of the bills. The legislation incorporates urban street design standards consistent with the county's most recent general plan called Plan Prince George's 2035. It establishes plans and strategies to increase safety and walkability. Olson says proposed changes include bike lanes, narrowing lanes in certain areas to make it easier for pedestrians to cross, and lowering the speed limit.
Once you go over 25 miles an hour, if you hit a pedestrian, that pedestrian's chances of survival are much less.
According to the Maryland Department of Transportation, so far this year, Prince George's County has the highest number of fatal crashes out of all the counties statewide, with 91. Last year, the county had a total of 116 traffic fatalities, the highest in the state by far, with Baltimore County coming in second with 63. According to Prince George's County Police, there have been 2 fatal pedestrian accidents recently, one in Fort Washington along 210 and another on Greenbelt Road. While those are state-owned roads, Olson says they can set the standard in the county, then work on making state roads safer.
I want to make sure that we're leading the way in the county, and then we get the State Highway Administration to retrofit and make the changes necessary on state roads.
Okay, Randy, so we obviously all want to see some of these changes made for the name of safety. So what happens next with all of this?
Yeah, Annie, so next up is going to be a public hearing for these bills, and then the final vote is scheduled for November 14th. In Largo, Randy Ayala, WUSA 9.